years.
18,000 nautical miles.
29 countries and counting. This is Sailing Catamaran Element.
After a short stop in Zakinthos to visit the famous shipwreck beach in our last episode,
we made daysails northward in 10 to 12 knot winds through the Ionian Islands, stopping in various bays overnight.
Unfortunately, we did not have the GoPro rolling, but photos are on my blog linked in this video's description and shown at the end of this video.
The well-protected Ionian Islands group with its light winds is a great area to charter if you were just starting out in sailing. I stopped into Lefkas to order a new part from Volvo Penta, but decided not to stick around the hectic charter base and went looking for someplace nicer.
Our Greek pilot guide showed a pretty anchorage on Paxos, and we had a great sail on a close reach with 18 knots of wind.
Welcome to Lakka Bay on the north end of the island of Paxos. We've been anchored here for just about a week now. We've been waiting for a new raw water hose for our port Volvo Penta engine. What a glorious place to wait. It's about a 35-mile trip north from Lefkas. And as you can see, it's a very popular spot. It's a small village at the tip of the bay. And the water's really nice and clear here. A few patches of weed. But you can clearly see our anchor chain going in. And we'll continue to see boats. It's 2 in the afternoon. We'll continue to see them try and squeeze in here every small bit they can until 6 o'clock tonight. There's a couple of day trippers in here that will also leave this afternoon. This should be interesting. It's always people think they have a gap next to a catamaran, but catamarans turn and spin more than monohulls. So they get a little bit of a surprise later on when the wind changes. What do you think of Lakka Bay, Jordan?
Great.
Why is it great?
Because I can swim.
Yeah?
With scum.
Okay.
And I bawled. And I threw a fit, and my parents put me in there, and I was happy as a clam. It was.
And we've dropped our anchor and ran it back when we first arrived over here to make sure that our stern just met the edge of the swimming area. Then there's, of course, these people over here, won't mention what flag that is, that decided to anchor inside the swimming area. Hi, Sherry.
Hello.
Where are we going?
We're going to shore. We're in Lakka Bay in Paxos.
Mm-hmm.
Loads of boats.
Yeah, it's
This is the
chock-a-block in here. Yeah. It's Wednesday. Flotillas of charter boats over there.
But our good friends from Finnegate, that we met in Finnegate, Kerpa, arrived
Right behind
today.
there, yeah, right behind there. And then we've also see Seahorse in the far background that we anchored up next to in Chania Crete.
Yes. Yeah.
The sunset's going down. This quiet beach, quiet water.
It's lovely.
So Jordan and I are headed into town to drop off the garbage. And that would be a charter guy in an anchorage. Not very romantic taking the garbage, but at least you get to see a little bit of the town. Jordan wants to take some footage of the streets in Paxos. This is the waterfront. It's got nice tavernas. And all the boats, dinghies are anchored here along the dock. Okay, over to you, Jordan. As you can see, I mean, it looks like if you weren't in Greece, you'd looks like you'd be in BC, it's so green. Except those are olive trees. So we just dropped off the garbage and we're gonna walk back into town. Back to Lakka Bay. There's also walks to a lighthouse and Planos Beach and Veselatica. Into town we go. So we've been here for 9 days on Paxos, and this bank machine has been down the entire time. Then they said it would be operating on Wednesday, and then on Friday, and now on Saturday, but I don't think so. Entering the small village of Lakka, you can see the narrow streets and the tavernas. This is where we had dinner last night, and they prepare lamb on the spit. Right there, it's fantastic. Chicken on the spit. Fresh fruits and vegetables. And little food shops and nooks and crannies. This place seems to be popular. More fruit and veggies. Hotel Ilios. And we're coming up on the central town square. It's quite lively at night with all the tavernas around it. A few little shops, but not as touristy as Gaios to the south of us. But we've really enjoyed our stay here, and it's a bit sad that we're having to leave today and we're on our way to Corfu. Here we're back to the waterfront again, and you can see our boat out there with the red sailbag as Kerpa, our friends from Finnike, glide past us on their way out. They're heading south to meet family back in Lefkas. Where's our boat? Up there? Boats are picking up and leaving. It's about the time, right around 10, 11. They all start departing. We're gonna go and put our boat between the davits and hoist it up. The sail, traveling about 32, 33 miles today, a little extra maybe with a tack, but the wind looks pretty calm today. Happy birthday! There's Sherry waiting for us. Our first hydrofoil, the Alita Dolphin. AIS says he's traveling at 32.4 knots. Pretty awesome. As you can see, it's a quiet day.
A lot of garbage in the water.
But it's been a motoring day. Water's almost like glass. and we're on our way to Guvia Marina and potentially check out of Greece.
Yeah.
You see? That looks interesting.
It's a building in the box.
Yeah.
Hey, Shaun.
Hi, Sherry.
Finally in front of the camera.
I'm in there once in a while.
Where are you?
Oh, we just had a short and slightly bumpy sail, just for a little bit. We came across to Saranda, Albania.
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes. It kind of reminds us.
A bit of Kumusha, but on the coast. And got a better view out the front of the boat. It's a commercial port, but it's done pretty well. I'm pretty impressed with it.
We haven't left the boat yet.
Oh, we're still waiting for our papers. And she's doing our boat and some New Zealanders' boats, Diamond Girls that we met. And they came in just after us, and she's doing both of our paperwork at the same time. And you can see the gray weather. Sun and clouds that's technically predicted.
Mm-hmm.
The wind was from the right direction, as predicted, once we cleared Corfu.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm also watching, we had weather coming from the nav text that said sudden thunderstorms possibly this afternoon, which
Looks quite possible.
It is a possibility, so I'm glad we're here. It was only a 15-mile trip, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Saranda and walking around. Looks like there's a couple of beaches around here and some waterfront places, so I'm pleasantly surprised.
Next time on Element.
We go in search of the Blue Eye, a major aquifer water source for the region.
We visit the town of Geocastra with its UNESCO Heritage Site castle.
We check out the nightlife in Saranda.
Then we head up the coast to Shenzhen and laze on the beach to use up time outside of the EU Schengen zone.